Hi, this is Caitirin. I'm recording my Talk to Me Tuesday, and I'm doing it a little bit differently this week. I just read this really neat book called Where Women Create, and it was all a bunch of people showing their studios and things and where they create stuff. So I thought it would be really cool to show the Talk to Me Tuesday people where I create. That, and I didn't have all that many projects to show you this week, but I still wanted to show you something neat. So we're going to go off and see places where I make stuff. Right here, Talk to Me Tuesday, people, is where I create most of my crafting. Sitting on the couch right next to Elodie. Say hi, Elodie. Hi. Sitting right there, being a lazy butt, right by the window. I do a lot of knitting here, I do crocheting here, I do a lot of TV watching here, and I do all of my spinning with my spinning wheel here. This is my spinning wheel. That's Freya. Say hi, Freya. Freya says she's going to become even more popular in Tackett, but I told her she's got a ways to go. Anyway. This is my spinning wheel. It is an Ashford Scholar, which I'm told they don't actually make anymore. It's fairly old, but it's in awesome shape. It does a beautiful job. And that is also my Ashford Lazy Kate right there with a couple of bobbins and a ball winder. And then looking over here is my homemade yarn swift. Hack 42 and I made these quite a while ago in order to wind hanks of yarn into cakes right here at home, so we wouldn't have to do it at a yarn store or around the back of a chair, which would be just forever. Okay, this is the master bedroom, and this is where I store most of my crafty junk. What you are looking at right now is my two great big boxes of roving. Let's see if we can get down here. They're clear Tupperware or Rubbermaid or whatever generic brand bins, and they are crammed full of roving. Elodie is the most understanding wife in the world and doesn't seem to mind too much that I have yarn stash of madness. This is my part of my yarn stash of madness. You can see all the milk crates and things, and those are really old. Those milk crates were my parents' before I was born, and I have inherited them. And that is a great big stack of plastic shelves in which I've got all different kinds of yarn sorted. There's like fancy stuff up there that's mostly sock and fingering, light worsted, and so on. So, great big yarn stash stuck in here, growing every day. And over here is my kind of crafting space. First thing that may strike you is the crazy, ridiculous mess. This is it in its natural state. I just got these wire bins, as you can see right here, that I'm hoping will help to organize some of this crazy mess. There's a couple of new skeins of yarn that haven't found their way into the stash yet, on top of the remnants bin, which is on top of a bin of amigurumi down there, too. I took those to Fiber Camp in January, and it's May, and they're still in there. We're going to pretend that nobody notices this. And this right here is my my desk, kind of. It's an old table that I put stuff on, and it's now containing all my crafty stuff. These are a bunch of the books that I have. These are my Knit Picks needles. Back here, the DPNs, crochet hooks, pens and pencils, more DPNs, yarn remnants, a circular needle, scissors, jar of cool stuff from Ofen that Elodie got in the jar swap that she did, some vintage brass buttons. These are ATC making supplies. This is miscellaneous stuff. There's some fiber washing here. These are some projects that I'm hopefully going to show in my Talk to Me Tuesday soon. Punch needle. I just picked this up. I'll talk about that more. And this is one of my favorite little do-guzzers. He's made by Clover. He's a little koala, and he's a zippered pouch that I use to put all of my notions and things in. So my stitch markers, other extraneous crap, which I'm going to get open with one hand, that I all store in here. Blocking pins, stitch markers, a Kitchener guide, needle sizer, just all kinds of stuff. Some stitch markers, which I'm going to be donating to the House Cup. So those, I've got more pictures of in my Flickr, and maybe I'll talk about them. And then a bunch of books that I've been looking through and getting ideas from and borrowing from my library. So, oh yeah, up here is more supplies and miscellaneous stuff. This bag right here is my Star News bag. It's awesome. It is now holding my lace scarf whip, which I will work on at some point. These are my Knit Picks interchangeable circulars. Super awesome. I just wish they had 16-inch cables, but they don't. But I'll live with that because I love these needles. Oh, and then over here is the new yarn cozy I just made. It's shiny. Down here is some stuff that needs to be sorted, and then this is a really cool bag of books that I got from my grandma. They are vintage knitting books that she used to use way back in the day when she used to knit, and she has bequeathed all this stuff to me. So that is wicked exciting. It came complete with a bag of vintage yarn that's probably all acrylic and old, so I don't know what I'll do with that, but we'll figure out something. But anyway, this is my messy crafty space. So I hope you enjoyed seeing it, and I will be showing you some projects soon. I made a bunch of washcloths lately. I've been in a huge washcloth kick. I don't know, apparently trying to use up all my cotton. I was doing projects before the May term of the House Cup started, and washcloths were a pretty good, easy little thing that I could do and not be like, I have to wait for the start of term. So, washcloths. This was a neat little Shelly one, and you can find all of these on my Ravelry. This one was a really nice pattern too. It was really easy, and I thought it turned out really nice. The other thing I wanted to show you is I just got a kit from AC Moore. It's punch needle, which a lot of Talk to Me Tuesday people, or at least more than a couple, have talked about, I think. And I just thought it was really neat, and I wanted to give it a try. So I bought the little kit, and this is my start. You can see I've got just a little bit. It's a little messy. But I'm excited. It looks really cool already. I can't wait to see what it looks like when I finally finish the whole thing. And, oh, the other thing I wanted to show was my little CD canister yarn cozy. This is a pattern by Oefingen, and if you haven't made one, what are you waiting for? These are wicked awesome, and they're so easy. You take the old CD spindle, and you drill holes in it. For that, I used my little Dremel, but you can use a drill, really anything. And it's a really simple crochet pattern, and it works perfect. You put your ball of yarn in there, and you can, if you do it right, you can make a little strap, and it can go right over your wrist. And then, ta-da, you've got a one that you can walk and go. I used a ribbon for my first one, which is right here, and now I actually could read the pattern. The pattern is perfect. I didn't know more than single crochet when I made my first one, so that's why it's I didn't follow the pattern on that one. But this one, I did, and I love it, and it's awesome, and you should all make one because upcycling, very cool, awesome tool by Oefingen. I will link the pattern in my sidebar. The other part of my creating series is right back here. This is my thread bobbin type thingy. I don't do as much crafting with thread as a lot of other people, but I found this really handy. And then hanging from the bottom are all of my nifty scissors that I use for ATCs. They're all the different shapes and things, and I found this is the perfect storage vehicle for them. And that's probably about all I'm gonna ramble on about, because I tend to ramble on without actually anything to say. I swear nobody else has 10-minute Talk to Me Tuesdays every single time. It's probably because I don't do them regularly enough, which I should work on. But anyway, that's it for this week. I will hopefully be showing you my finished shawl the next time I record one of these. And today I'm going to try and work on a tea cozy for the Slytherin tea cozy takeover, or whatever it is we're calling it. So that's all for me. We'll see you next week. Happy crafting. Bye.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2